Hi, here's part two of my interview with comedian Mark Lundholm, who goes around to jails and prisons and is trying to give back a couple clips of his comedy act and then the interview. Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Lundholm.
Thank you very much.
Started doing comedy in jails, drug rehabs, halfway houses, and other places I've lived. I attended San Jose State University, where I was a business major with a minor in controlled substances.
I think if there are pearly gates up there in heaven when you get there, I think they got razor wire all over the top there.
Because I still don't pay attention. I'll be having sex, just, hey, a nickel. That's shiny. Look at that. You'll be back? Oh, you be mad. Oh, if that was you? Because you didn't get the nickel?
I still go back and perform at jails or prisons every year. I was at Indiana State yesterday. And I've learned how to entertain liars and cheats and criminals. I treat them like you. I will tell them the truth, even if it is unpopular. One of the things I'll always say to that prison audience is, some of you became criminals because life's not fair. They go, yeah. Some of you had horrible childhoods. Your parents were unavailable or just flat disappeared because life's not fair. Yeah. Because life's not fair, some of you are in here right now doing time for a crime that wasn't even yours. Oh yeah! They like that one a lot. And then I'll ask them this, well, what if they locked you up for every crime you really did do? When would you get out? Aren't you kind of glad life's not fair? They don't like that one quite as much, no.
First thought when I'm 13 years old, I'm in front of the judge. I pleaded maybe. He didn't think it was funny at all. Normal people have a different vocabulary than the rest of us. Normal people invented words like valor and honor, hope. The rest of us, we designed words like allegedly, probable cause, and the four most beautiful words in the English language, sentences to run concurrent. My wife is an afflicted, convicted lady. She actually did more jail time than I did, so she has seniority at home. But normal people don't laugh right there at all. Well, don't the wives always have seniority? Yeah, especially in the penal system. But when possible, make an illegal U-turn, Mark, in your mental state. Recalculating. No, illegal U-turn. You don't have time for normal legal. In fact, criminal, remember, criminal doesn't mean bad. Criminal means caught. Normal people don't watch that show Cops and go, I did that too, right there. Run, my brother, whoa! Let's go, I'm rooting for the naked guy. Normal people go, where are that fella's pants right there?
That was really sound advice. So to every brother who's getting out, to every mother who's getting out, to every sister who's getting out, use fewer words and bigger truth. Use fewer words and listen. Thinking ain't listening. Talking ain't listening. Listening is listening. And if you listen, you're going to learn new ways different. Different precedes better. You want to do it better out there? Anger? Better out there? Trauma survivor? Better out there? Challenge? Better out there? Panic? You want to do better? You got to do it different. Sean and I, people like us, will show you what different taste, sounds, looks like. Not because we're smart. Are you smart, Sean?
Oh, see, I can't even. Yeah, am I smart? I thought I was until I went to prison. So
Well, see, that's where smart gets you. I'm so smart I can't learn. Here's what I'll tell you. It's not that I'm smart. It's just that I've been sober, clean, out of jail long enough to know shortcuts for the next people who don't know the shortcuts yet. Listen, if you want to drive from, let's make this international here. If you want to drive from Colombia up to Mexico City, you can, right?
Yeah,
you can go. You can drive. But would you go through Antarctica first?
Depends how good the drugs are, but probably not. Yeah, yeah.
See, that's what we would think. That's what we
Yeah.
would think. But it would take you longer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you really want to go from here to hero, why are you taking so long? Because you won't ask directions, or you think you know the way, even though you ain't never made that trip. That's not smart. That's intelligence aimed in the wrong direction. I would much rather be experienced. I would much rather be wise. You know, there's an old timer, there's an old salt in San Quentin who I see at least once a year. He's never getting out.
Never getting out, huh?
Never. He's never getting out. He's alive. But in Q, they've got a really, they were the first, I know they were the first prison in California to do this, but they have an education system where the lifers have a chance to get a credential as a counselor, a drug and alcohol counselor, and then they can school the other brothers in there. And a lot of, they've had probably, I'm guessing, I can't tell you the exact date, but they've probably had 10 or 11 years worth of graduating classes now.
Wow.
The lifers in there get to teach the other lifers how to teach the other guys how not to use or abuse chemical. They get to teach them how to use hopeful, spiritual, truthful, because chemical takes the place of all those hopeful, spiritual, truthful. Chemical replaces all that stuff. And then we end up locked up, locked in, locked down and wonder why. But in Q, there's a guy, he's never getting out, but he is as old and wise as anybody I've ever met. Now, he's never getting out of doing yard time. He's never getting off the block, but he can tell people in there, hey, you don't want to live here the rest of your life. Spend the rest of your time changing your mind. Because you're going to do one of two things when you get out, brother. You're going to change your behavior, or you're going to change your release date. One of those is going to change this date.
There you go.
You want to pick up a new number? Don't change your behavior. You change your behavior, you ain't going to pick up a new number. Listen, it's as simple as that. It's ABC 1, 2, 3 kindergarten. You know, put your thumb in your mouth, open your ears, and we'll help you.
Yeah.
That sounds easy, doesn't it?
Sounds easy, but it's easier said than done. But I mean, I'm doing it one day at a time. You know, I've been out going on 2 years now, and I don't plan on going back. But I never know. I never know from day to day. So I got to keep doing what I did. You know.
Well, let me ask you a question, and not to challenge you, because you know, I don't want to throw down and strap up with phone books and all that other crap we used to use. And when I did time, you could protect yourself with a vest that you made out of thick.
Oh yeah, right. So when they shake you, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can sue somebody. but and this is the 80s. You know, I did most of my time in crime in the 80s, right? I got clean in 88, but before that, most of the 80s, I either lived under a bridge or somebody's thumb, you know?
Yeah.
So
I was in the Tenderloin. Yeah, I know. That's before they had tents. You know, that's now the homeless people, they've got tents. I'm jealous. In my day, if you had a shopping cart, you were like, you know, you were a king, you know, but now, boy, it's homeless. Yeah. I mean, those are the rich homeless in my mind. They got tents.
I had a lady in Texas. I was doing an interview on TV. I'm not hard to find out there, social media or whatever, right? But I've been blessed with some attention because I'm funny, right? And I'm funny because I'm clean, and I'm clean because I got help. So the lady, the little normie lady, you know, she never dated a felon. She never had a late night sneaky uncle stuff at home. She didn't have bad dad, crappy mom, addicted parents. She was normal, straight laced. And she said, "Ooh, I read your biography. Ooh, you were homeless." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "What'd you do with all your stuff?" I said, "Do you know what the word homeless means?" She goes, Oh, did you have like a storage locker? And I said, "No, that would have been a really good home."
Yeah.
But then she said, and was it heroin? Was it heroin? I said it was everything, really. I mean, back in the day, it was tall chicken, short bird. It was MD. It was Ripple. It was some kind of a fine wine, which was like 69 cents to just stop the DTs in the morning.
Yeah, Wild Irish Rose, Thunderbird, all that.
Yeah, then I go get my Skag, right? But she said, "Was it the heroin?" I said, "Well, heroin didn't help." She goes, "Well, heroin's terrible, isn't it?" I go, "Yeah, when you run out." When you run out, heroin is all of a sudden terrible, right? So all that stuff that you and I laugh at because we're outlaws and we're talking to in-laws who are maybe on the fringe of their collateral damage, or they want to know things. They can't understand the next thing I'm going to say to you. The next thing I'm going to say to you is, when you say, I've been out for 2 years, but I don't know today. I don't know today. Here's what will change for you, Sean. At some point, you will know you're not going back. You will absolutely know you're not going back. There's no question. There's no question in my mind today. I'm not going back to jail.
See, I know today I'm not going back. Today I know. Today nothing's going to stop me. Today,
and that's because today I will not use, abuse, lose, and repeat. The 4 stages of criminal cancer that we have. Use it, right. Abuse, lose it, and repeat. Use it, abuse, lose, and repeat. Trust, truth, money, IQ. Use, abuse, lose, and repeat. We got a 4-stage cancer that says I can't do anything but go back. Today I know. I'm going to have, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to have lunch with my brother. He's 11 months younger than me. He's got 3 years clean, and he's about as simple as they get. But he's 61 years old. He's 61. I'm 62. He's 61. He's 61 years old, and he's got 3 whole years. Well, it's never too late.
Yeah, I'm 56. So,
I've never met that person who was too young, too old, too bought, too sold, too hot, too cold. I never met that person who couldn't take advantage of their own gifts. But sometimes we don't know what to do with a tool. A scalpel. A scalpel is a great tool if you're a surgeon. In my hands, I'm just a slasher. So I'm not using a scalpel. Intelligence is a scalpel. Energy is a scalpel. Strength is a scalpel. Are you going to be a slasher or a surgeon? God made no junk. So everybody who's locked up listening to this, what are you doing with all your assets and tools? Criminal, what are you doing? I ain't mad at you. This is passion. What are you doing with the tools God gave you? God made no junk. The universe didn't make a mistake. There's nothing wrong with you. But every time I use a tool as a weapon, somebody suffers. Every time I use a tool as an asset or a gift, the universe benefits. Get out your own way. And now I say that to you because somebody said that to me. Freeman would tell me all the time, get your head out of your ass. I'd say, hey, man, I got my heart broken. Get your head out of your ass. Now, I don't talk to my sponsees like that. I don't talk to my 14-year-old son like that. I tell him, listen, that must hurt. He's got skills, man. He's 14. He's never been locked up, but he knows how to stay out. Now, that's a good thing to learn as a teenager. Did you hear that when you were a teenager?
No.
You're a good person?
No, I heard I was worthless. I'm no son of yours. I'll never amount to nothing. And, I had a violent, drunk father. So,
Okay, so his dad told his dad, his dad told his dad, his dad told his dad, I'm going to be like you.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my son, listen, you be like you. I love you. I'll support you. I trust you. That must hurt a lot. Pain? Yeah, pain. I tell him 2 things. And I don't know. I don't know how far this is going to go. Is this all PG here, Sean?
No, it's whatever rating you want to put on it.
Well, listen, without being salacious here, I don't want to have this shut down in some institution because I said the wrong word. That's not a fear. It's out of respect. But I tell my son all the time, and this is for every mother and brother on this call. You tell your sons when they're little, and tell me this doesn't hit you right in the gut, right? I tell my son 3 words a lot when it comes to his care, right? Pussy can wait. If you knew that when you were a younger male, how far would you have gotten in your own development?
Yeah. Right. Now I see your point. Yeah.
I'm not going to say it again because I think you heard me.
Yeah.
But I tell him that in a phrase. Now, my daughter, who I raised, she's 32. That's a different care package there. I got 3 kids from 3 different moms, Sean. I used to do a lot of poking locals when I was touring, right? So I got a 32-year-old, I got a 22-year-old, and a 14-year-old. Every 10 years, I used to make a kid. You know what I mean? I'm about due this weekend, Sean. I'm about due this weekend. Maybe I will go to an NA meeting in person, right? And all that kidding aside, what I get to tell my son is what I didn't know from my dad. My dad was that guy. My dad was a fully fueled, racist, alcoholic punisher. He just hid it very well. He was the lead tenor in the choir in the Catholic Church. The population at church, they adored my dad. At home, we were absolutely in panic. We were paralyzed by fear. And mom hid in the medicine cabinet. I hid where I could, but I'm the oldest. So guess what I get to do? I'm the oldest of 5 kids. I have to protect 4 kids that I didn't make, that I didn't sign up to care for, and I'm a 5-year-old boy. So I don't know that is any kind of story somebody out there can relate to, but it sure sent me a lot of directions that were false. I got to be tough at 5. I got to be strong and knowledgeable at 7. I got to be a predator